Hello there, my name's Terry, and I am just giving the cards a bit of a shuffle to see which one comes out today. That one wants to turn over, and we've got broken heart. All right, okay. So, all right, so we've all suffered loss at some point within our own life, okay? This comes from a place of like a grieving process, all right? And it's like sometimes you have to work with it, all right? Even though that sometimes things are difficult, okay? Or even if you've been, even if you've got health problems, all right? Okay, because this is what they also show me as well. All right, so you could have had health problems before from the past, all right? But also this can also come from a place of stress, all right? And what you're putting onto your body as unnecessarily stress, if that makes sense, right? So sometimes we can put things upon ourselves, and it can lay heavy on our heart, basically. And you know, like especially if like you're an empathic person and you're a caring person, and you can be absorbing other people's emotions also as part of your own. So sometimes you have to work through what's going on within your own body first, all right? And also this comes from a place of like you can't always try to fix everybody also as well. Sometimes people need to work out things for themselves when they're actually ready for it, all right? And I feel like sometimes people aren't always ready in these moments, but when the time is right for them, they will be ready, all right? But also, I'm being shown is like sometimes you can't brush things under the carpet, all right? You can't just pretend that things aren't there when they are, all right? This comes from a place of ignorance, all right? And when you're being ignorant to something, eventually it is going to catch up with you, because it is, all right? So, but when that time comes, it will be when it's right for you, when you're ready for it. Like, because like the angels, and you're on your journey, you'll only be given what the angels and what like you've agreed to experience in this lifetime when the time's right for you, all right? Because whatever life's thrown at you, all right, you'll always be able to cope, because you will, all right? It might not always feel like it at certain times, and it can lay heavy on your body, all right? And you can feel as if things aren't working out. It can give you the feeling of you've got a broken heart, you know, when you're faced with something that hasn't worked out. It is going to make you feel that way. It is going to make you feel sad. That is part of life. We all go through these times at certain times, but that is part of the grieving process, no matter what it is. Even if you lose someone to spirit, right? Even if something hasn't worked out, you still go through the emotional part of it and the impact that it has on your body, all right? But it's like just recognizing that, all right? And just taking ownership of that. And at times just tell yourself it's okay to not be okay when you're faced with these things, all right? And just like take care of yourself a little bit more. Maybe just sometimes all you need is the simplest little thing, and that is like a hug, all right? Maybe you haven't felt as if you've had that or experienced that for quite a long time, all right? You know, because you get on and you do your stuff, you do your everyday stuff, all right? And sometimes things can become a little bit overwhelming as well, can't it? And you know, like sometimes all you want is a hug. That's the simplest little thing, all right? Just to somebody to just hug you and to to say, yeah, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, and it's going to work out, and I'm going to get over this, and I'm going to be all right. All right, without brushing it under the carpet. All right, just know that you're going to be okay. All right, because you will. Anyway, I'm going to leave that message there for anybody that needs to see or hear this message. And whatever you're doing today, take care of yourself. Much love, Terry.